In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Let's get it. No, I'm kidding. Fuck Little Pump.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys.
QME podcast.
This is QME Podcast. I'm your host, Mo.
Arty.
Today I have a quiet house. Nobody's here to make noise in the background, so there should be some crisp audio coming in for you guys.
Yeah, his dog was making noise, but he just abused it. And then...
Yeah, he's just chilling in the hallway. He's actually past out right now. I don't know if he's gonna come into the room. You might see him in the couch over there next to Arty.
Yeah, but he good right now. He really
just knocked out.
He tired, man. Long day.
So before I would like to start the podcast, I would like to mention one thing. So the way this studio is set up, my parents want me to move this studio into that room and that bedroom into here. So I don't know how I'm going to set it up, but I told them I already kind of like this setup because you're sitting across from me, and plus we have both the angles.
How's that gonna make sense? That room's
I have no fucking clue, but they're yeah, we need you to move it over there, and then they're oh, we can't clean, so we got to move your office over there. I'm what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, bro. They're yeah, it's so cluttered in here. I'm I don't care.
If you get rid of them, then you're good.
I'm good?
Yeah, if they just stopped living, then all the problems you had with them, they'd just be gone.
Bet.
And I'm not telling you to do anything, but I'm just saying hypothetically, if they were gone, a lot of your problems would be gone. That problem.
I hope so. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, guys, I'm about to roll the intro music. Stay tuned for more. Let's get it. Nobody's gonna be seeing that wink to the camera because I put the picture there now.
Damn.
So yeah, that was a waste of a wink. You can wink now if you want. You can be
hey. Yeah, had to get it in, man. Just let people know.
Yeah, I'll make sure to tag our socials down below. For both of us, because I'm starting to actually put shit on the video now.
Yeah, it's starting to get better, starting to elevate.
Yeah, it's starting to get crisp, bro.
Can't be the same.
No, you can't be the same. So yeah, I know I'm 2 weeks behind on this, but I really wanted to talk about this last podcast about the whole Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight.
Okay, so did you see just the main fight? Did you see any of the other
No,
ones?
I saw all the fights leading up to Jake Paul. Actually, no, maybe I didn't see all the way in the beginning, maybe second or third way in.
Okay, I really didn't care. The only ones I saw was the Comin or the one right before it. The dude with the blue hair and then the other dude.
Yeah, with the long hair. Yeah, and the purple trunks. Yeah, I saw that fight.
Those were the only two that I saw. That one and then the Jake Paul one. I'm all right, y'all spent all this time. Let's see how long this gonna be. And then it was 1 minute.
Bro, the commentators were absolutely nuts. One of the guys I think was on drugs or some shit. He wanted to stop talking.
And it's literally Snoop cursing every other time.
Every fucking time. Yeah.
He's oh, get that nigga. Oh.
He's yo, I put $2 million on Jake Paul. I know he finna whoop his ass, bro.
The fight before that, right? With the dude with the blue hair. So he never guarded his left. So he's yo, you gotta always go left. That left is always open.
Yeah, he's 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, it's always open. He said it's open all day, all night. 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, he just always says 7-Eleven, bro.
Yeah, a whole fight.
He's yo, that shit open 24/7, bro. 7-Eleven.
Whenever he wanted, man.
Whenever he wanted, bro. He gonna get that smoke.
But yeah, that. So did you think Jake was?
So honestly, look, listen. I don't care if people hate me on this. Jake Paul did well. He's actually a pretty good fighter, but he needs to choose fighters to actually fight.
No, but it didn't. Look, the thing that he's doing is smart. He's going against UFC fighters, and then UFC fighters do a mix. It could be boxing, it could be wrestling, it could be anything.
Yeah, mixed martial arts. But yeah.
The person Ben Askren is an amazing wrestler. And he has, state championships and stuff like that and a bunch of wins. All of them are wrestling.
Jake Paul's a wrestler too.
I mean, yeah, there was a Ohio wrestler, but it doesn't matter. All of Ben's stuff is wrestling. He never learned how to box or do anything else. His whole career, they said that he could not box at all.
That man was not in shape for boxing at all either.
Like the Masvidal fight when he got hit with that jumping knee, like
Yo, I saw it. Yeah, that was crazy.
for you to get hit like that, it's only because you don't know how to box. Like a boxer, like the way that he approached him was like this, so that he could like not like get a takedown because he's a wrestler. That's his first thing, so he doesn't guard his face or do anything like that. So when he went, like he was doing some punches, but his face was always open.
Yeah, it was just wide open, yeah, and he was just eating the punches.
And then you see like we came. I'm like, yo, his sloppy ass body.
But anyways, going to the fight, honestly, I thought it would last more than one round, but I kind of saw, like at the end, I knew Jake was gonna win.
But Ben had to lose. He never was able to box.
He was never gonna beat Jake, but like I know Jake was gonna beat him, but I didn't realize it was gonna be like 30 seconds into the fight.
But and then he's built sloppy. You can tell like
He's built like a 50-year-old man who just doesn't work out.
yo, he didn't work out or do anything. He just said, "Oh, $1 million, let me go do." He didn't care.
Nah, did you see after the fight he had a big smile on his face, like he didn't give a shit about it. It was just all about the money.
No, he didn't care. Why should he? He already, as soon as Masvidal did that, he was already a clown for way too long, for the quickest knockout ever. And I was like, yo, he's still a clown. Like he came literally with a sloppy body. Like I thought it was funny as hell that someone had a comment because they said he looks like one of those guys who pees in the pool at a wave pool at Six Flags.
Oh, jeez. But anyways, speaking about sloppy body, my mom's friend and sloppy body.
Okay, yeah, continue. Your mom's friend?
Yeah, my mom's friend from France. Her son.
Français?
France. All parle français, s'il vous plaît?
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Bonjour.
Monsieur.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien.
Et toi?
Comment allez-vous?
Yeah, I'm not going to add translations to this. You just got to figure this out.
Le Eiffel Tower.
Le Eiffel Tower. Baguette.
Chocolat chaude.
Did you say chocolate chilled?
No, chaude is hot, so hot chocolate would be chocolat chaude.
It just sounded like you said chocolate chode.
Chaude.
You got that chocolate chode.
No, it's like chaude.
Chode?
Okay.
We. All right, no, but anyways, so my mom's friend from France, her son was out and about, like shooting fireworks, and in France, fireworks are illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
anywhere,
like anywhere in France, it's illegal. Mm-hmm. So he's like out shooting fireworks and stuff, and then like him and his friend, he's going to the train. Let me put some reference. He's like a tan kid, like he's an Arab, like brown kid. Mm-hmm. So it's all gonna play into the story. So like he's him and his friend, they're like going to the train station, and they're like covered like in black masks, and they're all like strapped up. Mm-hmm. And he had like a butane flamethrower, like the thing that you use to light shit up. Yeah. Like the butane torch.
Yeah, the handing.
Yeah, it was like strapped onto him, and then like these two cops like saw them about to get on the train, and like how cops think nowadays, that they think that they're gonna blow up the fucking train because they look like terrorists. So like his cousin, like he saw the cops and like he literally dipped, just like ran. So it left like my mom's friend's son just like at the station, and then the cops like came up to him, and then they were like, yo, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then like next thing you know, they just start rocking him.
Oh, like the cops?
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him, and then like you have to spend a night in jail. And then like when he got out, like his mom like said that like his whole like left eye was like swollen, and it was a rough night for him.
So did like they continue anything on that, or did they just say like?
Oh, and he has 3 years of probation, and if he does anything in between those 3 years, he can actually like end up going to prison.
Oh, so they like I did something like if they were gonna do a bomb, they charged him like some type of thing like that? Or
no, like they suspected him of like
conspiracy to like terrorism.
Yeah, terrorism or something like that. But like he's only 15. So like when they ID'd him, they're like, oh, this kid's definitely not gonna do anything, and plus he like lives here, so. But like these cops beforehand, like literally saw him and probably thought he was gonna do something.
But like. They be quick to do weird stuff and like rough people up before getting like a bunch of information.
Yeah. I can't believe it's illegal to shoot fireworks in France. Like
I mean, most places here, like, don't you need like a license to do fireworks here?
In New Jersey, no. Now you can actually like
Do them yourself?
shoot fireworks yourself. Yeah. They Murphy legalized it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's some weird shit to go to jail for.
Speaking of jail,
Who's doing that? Who's shooting them things, man?
speaking of jail, the only person who's not going to jail is my dog, because you know, he's about to turn 1 year old in 2 more weeks. I wish he was like in the podcast so people can see him.
He's not gonna go to jail. What?
I try to make a transition from like jail to my dog being 1 year old.
Dogs don't go to jail. Like when dogs do something vicious or like
they're
terrifying,
dead.
no, they just kill them.
Yeah, they're dead.
Too dangerous. You're gonna have to kill him. Oh, he bit that dude's arm off. You're gonna have to kill the dog. Hey, way too dangerous to be alive. You're gonna have to kill that dog, man.
Oh, your dog's barking too aggressively? No, you gotta kill that dog.
We're gonna have to kill it. I understand. But it'd be easier if we just kill it.
Your dog's trying to have sex with you? No, you gotta kill him.
Gotta have to kill it.
No, we're kidding. We're kidding.
And that person needs to get tested.
We don't condone killing of any animals, right?
We don't kill them. That's the judge's decision for other people to kill them.
Yeah, we're just trying to like dictate like what's gonna happen
Yeah.
to the dog eventually.
I don't kill dogs or animals. I just eat, you know, what the butchers like cut up and stuff like that. But I don't participate
Cats?
in not cats. Well,
I'm kidding.
I mean, I've never knowingly eaten cat, if y'all know what I mean. But
Yo, Arthur indirectly eats cats. He's like, oh, this
I've
is-
never knowingly eaten cat. Have someone given me cat and called it something else?
Chicken?
I don't know. Called it
cat,
chicken.
Cat equals chicken,
Yeah,
bro.
called it sweet and sour chicken. I don't know. That I don't know, but
Why do you think they spice it up so much?
it's so sweet. You can put it on anything. I mean, it's gonna taste good.
Just add a little hot sauce. You know, it's gonna taste a little spicy, but you know, you won't taste it different.
If you took some breast meat from a female, you know, cooked it up, chopped it up right, put the teriyaki sauce on it, it probably hit.
Probably tastes the same, yeah.
It probably tastes good, you know.
That teriyaki chicken. Oh, that actually sounds good, bro. Some teriyaki chicken.
Some cat teriyaki.
Cat rye chicken. Cat chicken. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Let me look at my plans of like what else. So
meow
yeah,
meow platter.
the meow meow platter. So yeah, there's some news. Remember how in the last podcast I talked about considering powerlifting?
Yeah.
So I actually got a consultation for coaching to see powerlifting stuff. I'm gonna be doing it on Thursday.
So that's what orientation or something like that.
No, it's like an assessment. It's like a free consultation. Like, you know, it's like
Okay, so you can check it out, talk to them,
Yeah, it's gonna be over Google Meet. Like he's gonna assess me, you know, make sure like
how good you are right now,
how good I am right now, see like where I want to get to, and help me get there. Yeah,
and then see if you want to sign up
and see if I want to sign up and how much it costs and stuff. So yeah.
So is it a trainer who's nearby you, or is
Yeah, he's like nearby, but I think since he has a lot of clients, he does it over Google Meet. So like you schedule like an appointment to
he does the training over Google Meet, or
yeah. Like
So-
he does it over video.
so over video? Do you go to the gym and it's over video?
Yeah, so like my friend Ethan, he does Olympic weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a coach who's in Canada, but like obviously like how is his coach supposed to come to him in person? So like they do it over video.
So when he's at the gym, he's on video and he tells them.
No,
or
when I'm at the
beforehand?
gym. So I get there at the time that we scheduled.
Yeah.
So my appointment's at 8:30. So I get there at 8:30. I open up Google Meets. We talk. Blah 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 blah. He sees me. He lets me know like how my form is. How I
Okay,
can
so
improve
you'll
it.
set up your phone so he can see you. And
Yeah,
he'll
I
tell
set
you
up my
what to do.
phone and then like at an angle, and he's like, "All right, do this, do that." I mean, I'm gonna probably let you guys know how it is on the next podcast, how it goes.
Okay. So that the next one's gonna be just talking to him, or you're gonna do a workout with it.
I'm probably gonna do workout because he needs to assess me. Like I said, he needs to see like where I'm at, where do I need to get to, how much training I need, and how much it's gonna cost and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so right now you're gonna start training. Do you know like when you'd like to try doing like a competition?
So I was gonna ask him that question, but I might honestly go online and like find competitions. I heard that there was a competition in September
For
Mr. America. It's like a there's a gym in my town called Extreme Gym. The guy, the owner.
Yeah.
He hosts a competition called Mr. America.
Mm-hmm.
So he told my friends, they're like, yeah, you should come compete, blah 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 blah. So they kind of told me indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if it is a thing, I might honestly sign up for it and see how it goes.
Yeah, and then
But I want to try find an amateur competition, try to get good at it a little bit, and then
that's the thing. Like you have to make sure it's amateur. Because it's like you don't want to go there and then off rip you get like some gorilla ass dudes who are gonna
some gorilla ass dudes who are just gonna be like lifting 3 times more than me.
Yeah, it's like cool. Like you want to go to a competition, especially starting like that. It's people who are at least somewhat close to you.
Yeah, where I'm not like gonna be like dead last. Like where at least I'm like either in the middle of the bunch or like I'm on the top of the bunch.
Like I don't want to do any competition where it's people like Larry Wheels. Cause
bro, how many times am I gonna tell you? Larry Wheels is a fucking freak of nature. Nobody can compare it to that.
I don't want to come and know that the best I could do is 30th. I don't want to come for that.
Hey mom, I got 30th.
I don't want to come. I want to look and be like, oh, okay, like there's always like the couple who are like, oh, those guys are really good, but I might be able to be like 5th or maybe do a little better, but I don't want nothing crazy. I don't want no open shit or all these experience.
No. I don't need that experience. Yeah, I just need to go there and just see. Yeah, it's something to start and feel it. And if I feel it's good, I might honestly get more training and then do more competitive stuff.
And then just to get the rules down and everything
just get the rules, the feeling, like the atmosphere, because it's a whole big thing. So yeah,
to know when if you're deadlifting, to know when it counts as the rep. Like, do you have to complete?
Yeah, or when I get there, like obviously adrenaline kicks in, so I can probably lift maybe 10, 15 pounds over my max. So it's like also just to feel the water and just see how it goes.
Yeah, but I think always the best decision to do is whatever your max is, when you're at a competition, do 300 pounds plus it. And then the worst thing that can happen is you break your back. So
that's it.
Nah, but sometimes you're at the competition and you just go over your weight and you do good. So
I mean, the only time somebody will ever break my back is when I'm deadlifting.
Only time somebody else will break your back is when you're deadlifting?
Yeah.
So sometimes you deadlift and a third party person breaks your back?
Breaks my back, oh yeah.
That's kind of sus.
That was such an evil laugh.
You got that out? I think that's enough. We got through it. You'll see. Meet up and then let us know how the consultation was.
Yeah, I'll let you know how the consultation was, and if I ever do a competition, I'm gonna let the people know that how it went.
Maybe record it even.
Maybe even record it and even show a clip of it on the podcast.
This is the thing. Like, if he does really shitty, he's probably not gonna post it. But if he does decent,
yeah, like top 5, top 3, yeah, why not?
He's like, whoa, you didn't complete any lifts.
Whoa, you talked so much shit in the last podcast about all those skinny guys and you're making fun of, and
he's gonna lift 275 bench and then it falls on his neck.
Bro, why do you gotta say that shit now? Oh my god, bro. Now I'm knocking on wood because you fucking talking shit, bro. I'm knocking on so much wood right now. Fuck you. Fuck. I have superstition. Oh, I woke up the man.
So yeah, I'd say let us know with that, and then just to be continued.
To be continued. So yeah, let's transition into some of Arty's stories that he told me. We were on the subway coming back from New York, and Arty was telling me some interesting stories that went on with his life. I wanna know more about your middle school days. How you always got in trouble and shit. Do you mind sharing it with us?
Oh, when I was smaller?
Yeah, when you were smaller and you all right, honestly, a little backstory. Arthur now, he's very calm, but back in the day, he used to be a hothead. He used to always get in trouble and shit. And
oh, that was before middle school. So I want to say what do you say when you say that youth? Yeah, when I was
yeah, just tell your story. I'm gonna sit back, relax. You're just gonna talk about it.
Yeah, when I was a little man, a little boy. I had a bad temper, a short temper.
Short fuse.
Yeah, I used to get angry at a lot of things. And I didn't handle things the right way. So like I would either like fight or like yell or cause problems and stuff like that. Like I think between in kindergarten and like 3rd or 4th grade, I went to like 3 or 4 schools because of like different issues I had. Like I had one where like, you know when you're little and like a kid says some stuff about you or tries to make fun of you?
Yeah.
You know, they'll be like, oh, just like tell the teacher or some shit like that. I used to be like, nah, them teachers don't do nothing. Like, so I went to one school. Like I used to go to the same school as both my brothers at that time. But there was like a situation where these 2 kids would try to like say stuff about me. So instead of going to a teacher, I would just like fight them. Like try to fight them.
Yo, Arthur's like, yo, fuck you, bitch, and then just like start smacking.
Boop, boop, boop. And then like when I fought there, they're like, oh, he might get expelled. Or da, da, da. My mom's like, oh, like don't expel him. I just take him to a different school or whatever. So I went to a different school, and then so I'll explain that school. That school, I don't even remember it that much, but I know there's a situation where you ever had like snacks in school, and they'd be like, oh, raise your hand. Whoever raises their hand first will get like the snack. So it was something where it was like this bag of chips or whatever. I think it was barbecue chips because, you know, those hit, you know.
Those hitting, bro.
Those
yeah,
hit.
those shit
So they
hit.
said like, who wants these? And I like raised my hand first. And then like there was a kid who raised their hand after. Like it was clearly after me. But like I was like mad as hell that happened.
But they chose them, but you.
What?
Did they like choose them instead of you?
Yeah. So I was like mad as hell, like yelling and like, oh, he didn't even look like I was first. And then after it was a situation where I was like being held by a teacher. And
Being held?
yeah, I was being like held by that teacher.
Like restraint or
Yeah,
like held back or what?
Held. And then I bit him.
You bit him?
Bit him.
Yo, you want to hear a funny story? Like, I'm just gonna sidetrack on this. You know the land of make believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went there. I used to go to this Catholic school like back in the day, and I really wanted to go like into the water park and stuff, but like the chaperone didn't like let me go.
Yeah.
So you know what I did? I spit on the chaperone.
When you were how old?
I think it was like maybe 5, 6.
And so I ended up biting him, and imagine he's like still trying to calm me down, and he's like crying. And he's like, "What do you want?" Like
he's crying.
Like the dude was crying, and he's like telling me, he's like, "Oh, do you want to calm down? Do you want like juice or anything?" And then like I remember it distinctly that I was mad as hell, and like I was crying too, and I wanted juice, but I had to say no. You know, when you're mad, you can't accept anything from people. You lose all credibility when you do that. So I ended up that school too. Like they said, you know, you're gonna go to a different school because I almost got expelled. My mom's like, no, don't expel him. Go to another school. So this was the 3rd school that I went to.
Damn, bro, like he rolling through schools. He went through a first school like it was nothing, and then the second school, you know, shit happened. He bit the teacher. Now he's on to the 3rd school, bro.
Yeah, this was like 3 schools in like 1 or 2
and
years.
less than a year.
So this is a 3rd school. So the 3rd school, like it was going good for a while, but there was a time where we were eating lunch. At this point, I had like a teacher's aide that used to be by me because I used to freak out and do like be angry. And
Damn,
then,
you used to have them outbursts.
Yeah, I used to also have a thing too where you know how parents are older than you, like they'll say respect your elders. So some elders will do things like to a kid that they shouldn't be doing, but they're like, oh, it's a kid, I could do that, it doesn't matter. Like those things used to make me mad.
Yeah.
Like if a random adult comes into my house and goes in my room and like takes my game and starts playing it, like takes it out of my hand, like that's weird, you know?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like that's something where they're doing just because they're older than you. So stuff like that, I used to get me like really mad. So I was eating lunch, and then the aide was there with me. So she's like, lunch is almost over and stuff like that. So she's like, oh, you gotta throw out your food or do whatever you're gonna do. So I was like, okay, like I guess I'll just save the food for later. Like I was just eating like soup or something. And then I was like, okay, I'll save it for later. I'll just put it back in the bowl and save it. And she was like, no, I said lunch is over. So she literally picked up my lunch and threw it in the garbage. Yo, that was the bad decision for her.
Yo, as soon as that happened, Arthur's like, yo, your life is over, bitch.
Yeah, so I was getting up, I was fighting with her, and then I went and I kicked her in the stomach. So this was maybe like this is maybe like 2nd grade, but I gave her whoo, and I used to do karate a little bit when I was younger, you know what I mean?
I mean, every kid used to do karate.
But yeah, I used to do that taekwondo, man. I gave her that smooth
Did
kick.
you give her that roundhouse kick to the face or no?
I gave her that roadhouse kick.
Yeah, you kicked her to the streets.
That was not good. Like she ended up, they said that she had a.
She ended up dying, but
yeah, they said like, oh, I did, obviously like messed up her kidney or something. I don't know, but they said like that was bad, so I did that. She like complained that like her chest was hurting.
yeah, she ended up walking funny, breathing funny.
So that was a third school, and then after that school, my mom's like, okay, you got to start like, I got to figure out what to do. Oh, I got to mention the beating I got after that too, right? So that was the third school. My mom, belt whippings were strong. They were prevalent. so
all right, I want to.
I'll go to belt whipping before like.
Yeah. So we're gonna take like a quick 5-minute break because like we have to reset our stuff. So I'm just gonna take a pause right now, and then we're gonna go back into belt whipping and finish off with the rest. Okay?
I'm almost done with it though.
So yeah, stay tuned for more. Welcome back to QME podcast. We took our quick 5-minute break,
and we are back now.
We're back now. So yeah, Arthur was talking about getting that belt whooping from his mama.
Okay, so this was third school. Okay, third school I was kicked out of in like a year or two. So after this third school, like I used to get belt whoopings like before, but like imagine after this one, my mom literally said like I'm gonna hit you 100 times. She literally said that, and when you think like, oh, this cap, like she was like comboing me.
Yo, she threw in some combos.
She was like comboing me like crazy, and like she was counting like 1, 2, 3, and like I know she didn't get to 100, but she got to like 68, 70, like.
Yo, I thought it was gonna be like 20, but you said 60.
Nah, she got like 70.
70?
Like I remember like that.
I would have just finished off with like another 30 and just called it a day, because like she's almost there.
No, I'm good.
So I mean, it's not gonna be good for you, but it's gonna be good for her.
No, it's not. But so after that one, she was like, "Yo, those schools are not working. Like, we got to try something else." And then my dad like didn't care at all. Like, well, no, it's not that he didn't care, but he's a hands-off like.
Yeah, I feel like with foreign parents, I feel like the mother is always the one that like beats their kid, and then the dad just like sits back and just like
He used to do that sometimes, but like he does like he only when we were really little, and he used to do like the dumb ones. Like the mom ones are always like a reasoning behind it.
Yeah,
sometimes your dad one will be like stupid. It'll be like,
he's like, oh, you didn't pick up your socks off the floor and just like smacks you like on the back of your head or something, or like you drop the remote.
But it's like his would be like dumb ones that we shouldn't have gotten, or you'd be like, that's crazy that you hate us for that. That's crazy. Like the mom ones, like even though they go crazy sometimes like they always start off with like, okay, that's a decent reason. But let me continue off of that. So after that one, they were like, yo, the schools weren't working. Let's try to like do something else to see what. My dad was like, oh, there's this like guy in like Canada who like he like the kid like lives with them, and then he helps them behave and stuff, and then dude's in Canada. I'm like, no. So, like that it was just some dumb thing he said.
Yeah.
But either way, my mom found like this behavior like the behavior schools, like one of them. So what was it called? You can still search it up now. It's probably still there, but it was Washington Academy. So it's like a behavior school and stuff like that.
I'll make sure to sign my kids up there when
if they start acting up. So like they know kids there like will fight or do different things or misbehave a lot. So they actually allow teachers there to restrain kids. And not like
so it's like Fight Club but for kids.
Nah, not like restrained, but it would be like if you're fighting, like there was like a thing they would like show them where you could like wrap their arms like this, because if your arms are like wrapped like that.
What is this, like a mental ward?
Nah, but it's just like to calm down. If you're fighting, you can't just let people fight everyone. You gotta like hold them and then wait for them to calm down.
Oh, so we're gonna hold them back.
Yeah, so they would like hold them and put them in a corner. Like I could show people there was 2 things they did. Because it was if you were big or if you were small. If you were small, they could like hold you. They could like sit down with you and calm down. If you were like a bigger.
Wait. Is there like a demonstration you can show right now?
Like I could show like both of like the 2 things, but like it would be like holding you like this. Like they would grab each arm and put it on your side. If you were little, they'd probably like sit in a corner and just wait till you calm down. If you were bigger, they'd like put you into that corner and then hold you that way
Okay, yeah. All right, I see what you mean.
So that was that one that I went to, and then when I had went there, I was actually like calm now, because it was weird that I was a kid who didn't like misbehave, and I used to misbehave and stuff. But being around, it's different being one kid of a couple who misbehaves. But when you're surrounded by a bunch of like all of them don't misbehave, you're like, damn, like I'm like bad, but these dudes are like way worse than me.
So what changed? What changed?
I think it was just being like around all of them. Like, you know how if you're a criminal yourself and you're in a good neighborhood,
so it
you
was
don't
like,
feel as bad.
So it was like a moment of realization for you that like, oh, like this isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life.
No, it's like something where like, oh, you're not as bad as them. Like they're way worse off than you. They have
there was way more worse kids than you.
Yeah.
You just had anger issues. Yeah, that's any kid has anger issues. Yeah.
So all of them there were way worse kids than me.
Oh,
like
so they probably ended up with like serious problems like down the line. Like they might have done something crazy. Who knows? I don't know.
But it was the point where I went there, and then every single teacher I had since being there was like, oh, he's way better than all these kids. Like he shouldn't be here. He doesn't have a lot of problems that they have. So it was like, it was good for me. It's like a petty theft person going to jail around all murderers.
Hey, yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying at least you went there and you realized that you weren't as bad as like half these kids or majority of the kids in there. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like that. And then I was there a couple, I want to say 2-3 years. And then after that school, they were like, oh, you've been here long enough. Then we were moving because my older brother was going to a high school, farther away. So that was when my little brother and I changed schools from because I went to that school called the Washington Academy 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Went to a different behavior school that wasn't as bad. That was like called the Calais for a couple of years. And then when I went to middle school, so 6th grade for me, 5th grade for my younger brother, we went to a public middle school. That was like just a normal one.
And what about like the football story that you told me?
Football story?
Yeah, like how you did football in the summer.
Oh no, that was high school. I said.
Oh, that was high school. Okay, yeah, that's a whole different story.
It's like a deeper thing. But yeah, like that was the point. The point of the matter is I had those problems, and yeah, when you're around people who have worse problems than you, you're like, well, okay, mine's not that bad. Like I know I wild out, but it's not. I can control like me wilding out. Like I started getting tempers down, and then
you started beating your meat more, and then you realized that it helped you calm down.
Nah, I used to not do that like at all. Like I didn't even start doing that till like high school. Like I never done that till like deep high school. I'd actually never done that before. Like you know when people be like I was 12 or 13 or something. Like I'd never even like tried that till I was like.
All right, let me ask you this: if you figured this out when you were when you were younger, do you think it might have like helped with all your like anger problems?
If I
because I felt like all that testosterone in your body was fucking like boiling over. That's how you're like I was kicking teachers into fucking stomach.
Too much testosterone.
Too much testosterone. Yeah.
Maybe, man.
That might have factored in. Who knows? If Arthur just cranked it out one time, it would have like changed.
Because once you do that, you be sleepy, you be chilling.
Exactly. Yeah.
It could have been. It could have been the therapy that it would have been healed sooner.
Imagine your dad walks in. He's like, "Yo, Arty, like, you got to crank it once in a while to calm down."
I don't know if I would want to hear that from my dad.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to hear that from my dad.
I don't think.
Your dad walks in, he's like, "Yeah, you're mad as fuck right now," and you're like, "Yeah, shut the fuck up, Dad." And he's like, "Yeah, you should definitely crank one out." I would I would probably punch my dad.
I don't want to see what happens when you have a son. I don't.
I feel like nobody wants to see that.
But you know, it's never too late to change. You know, that's the thing. Like, you could be bad at first, and then you change. Sometimes
it's sooner, sometimes it's later, but like, you know, like change, it's possible.
Villains turn into heroes, you know?
Heroes turn into villains.
But yeah, you know, but you're not a lost cause. That's the thing. Like a lot of times people like they'll write you off in the beginning. But
but I feel like for some people in the beginning, yeah, you might seem like a very bad child, but then like people don't know like how you're gonna end up when you're an adult. So like you might be like a very bad child, but then you might end up being like the most nicest person when you're older.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that like the kid has problems, but like,
but that's a big thing too. that I didn't say is at first I used to get angry, and when I got angry, just like was outward with stuff. But then after I did something that was basically just as bad, was internalizing everything, and I would just be still very mad, but just not do anything about it. Like I had to learn that you have to just not most things not take serious and not get angry, but you have to release a lot of stuff. Like so. That took time too. Like middle school, I still used to get mad as hell at stuff. I just used to not.
I mean, honestly, I've known Arthur for 5 years now. I mean, if I saw him angry, like I've never seen him angry before in my life. If I see him angry, like I don't know how I would feel about it, because like, I've never seen you angry in my life, and I feel like I might question you a little bit, because like seeing you just being always like laughing, smiling, like like not giving a fuck about shit, and then like one day you get really mad, I might even be scared for a little bit.
Like it would be very hard. Like it's almost like that emotion is gone. Like it's hard for me to be really bad now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like both of us. Like we don't get mad that easily, or like we rarely get mad.
It's very hard.
It's very hard for us to get mad. Yeah. Because there's no need for you to get that mad for like.
You have to release things, and even if you're in bad situations or stuff happens, like you have to just release it or be like, oh, just think of the positives. Like don't be like, oh, this happened. You have to be mad as hell. Or this person did this. Like you could be like, whoa, that person did this, but it's whatever. Or he's probably a dummy. He didn't even know. Like, I can't be mad at him.
He doesn't know.
You can't be mad. An untrained dog bites you. Like
that is true, yeah. Because the dog, the owner's dumb, yeah.
The owner's dumb or the dog's dumb. I
don't
know.
Yeah, you can't blame the dog for biting.
So you have to do that, and plus, especially like, as you get older, the punishments for freaking out and fighting people are not the same.
Ooh, yeah, there's no. I'm gonna send you to detention for like the rest of the day. It's like I'm gonna send you behind bars for the rest of the time you have left.
Yeah, you're just gonna spend a weekend in this jail, where you might have to fight more people.
Or worse, you might have a gaping asshole at the end of it.
I don't think that's like the 2 days of jail in the open county cells. That's in like actual jail.
Oh, that's actual prison? Okay.
Yeah, that's actual. Like if you're in
jail and prison, two separate things.
Yeah, but if you're in county jail for a day or a couple of days, that's nothing. Those are like a lot of prisoners are in the same one. Those are all ones where they're like, okay, you guys are gonna probably get out in a couple days, a week.
I mean, yeah, or they have bail or they don't have bail, and then they have to like wait around till.
Those are made for the people who do petty things, like you were drunk driving, so they arrested you and sent someone.
Or you were like smoking weed in public.
Yeah, or you got in a fight, so they're like, yo, it wasn't a bad fight. Just hold these people a couple days. Just a small stuff.
No, I think they hold them for 12 hours or 24 hours in a cell, and then they kick them out.
It depends what it is. If you're younger, you need to get picked up by your parents. Or you might have a small bail. It depends.
It depends, yeah.
So that's the thing, man. Just get your anger under control. Start being free. Start zen. Release.
Yeah, sign up for Arty's yoga meditation classes.
I can teach y'all. It's not that serious. That's the first thing people have to. It's not that serious. Like if your teacher gives you a lot of homework, like it's not her fault that she's a bitch and give you a lot of homework. It's not her fault. You know what I mean?
It's the education
That's
system.
just her. Just be like, man, she a bitch anyway. You just chill out. Don't go too crazy. Just chill out. People get so bad over little stuff, and it's funny to me now that like I used to do that stuff, but now I'm like, yo, you really got mad for nothing. Like, you really got mad because he put tomatoes when you asked for no tomatoes. Like, just tell him make another one.
Yeah,
make you another one.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Like, some people do that shit. Like, you put tomatoes in their shit, they'll throw it at the worker and scream and yell and do, like...
I mean, honestly, humans make mistakes, so you can't blame somebody for making a mistake.
It's not that, but you have to weight the gravity of a situation. Like, be like, yo, this is a small situation. Just handle it. Or be like, realize that most things weren't serious. So, treat each thing as such.
So that's the moral. Just don't take stuff serious and
zen.
Treat things as the way it is.
Know how to release. Don't hold tension. Don't be outward. Don't fight. But also don't internalize all your anger either. You got to release it. Because if you don't release it and stuff like that, it's worse too.
That's some good advice right there.
That's free. I'll charge y'all for the next one. That one's free. That's how you get him to bite. You give him the first one for free.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, stay tuned for Arthur's classes. Make sure you sign up for it on his
Now, if you want more, it's gonna be $49.99 a month
plus tax
for weekly classes
weekly.
and one-on-ones.
Or if you sign up for a one-time purchase, it's like $500, and then you get 8 classes, a cookbook, and
Oh, and I can do one-on-one behavior classes with people's kids. Like,
yeah.
if your kid keeps getting in trouble, I'll be like, stop fucking fighting kids. Stop fighting kids. Why you keep doing that? Nothing. I'm not going to hit them, not going to anything. I'm just going to abuse them with my words. Why the hell you keep fighting kids? You're not going to get nowhere fighting kids. Why don't you do your homework? Just do your homework. Yeah. It take like 1 hour. You could copy. You could cheat.
Oh, okay. Speaking about kids, dude, it's so funny how nowadays parents don't beat their kids. They just they look at the kid. It's like, hey, Billy, you're not doing your homework. Oh no, it's okay, buddy. You can do it later. Like.
No, it's not that, but like beating, obviously people they don't know how to take that because a lot of people don't know how to use it right. Like a lot of foreign people use beating and it works because they use it when it's appropriate and not crazy. But I want to say I don't want to say people who grew up Americans, the way that they always saw beatings is a drunk dad who comes home at 3 a.m., wakes you up out of your sleep, starts beating you for no reason. That's how they see beatings. Some weird shit oh, dad was drunk, so he beat up mom.
No. That's not a beating.
No.
That's abusive.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not the same at all.
No.
That a beating or a whooping or anything that has no
it's just for correction.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's correction. Yeah.
But a repercussion or a punishment for something is different. And then it's also not, you don't do it as bad. It's just something to let you know, don't do that. A lot of people have different things. If you have a collar or a shock collar on a dog or different things like that, sometimes that's what people need. You need to pull on a dog's leash to be chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I do with my dog because he pulls hard as fuck, so I gotta pull him back.
So for kids, that's what people have to realize. You don't have to do whoopings. You could do other stuff, but you have to find punishments that work. You can't do stuff don't do that again, okay? And then they do it 100 more times. Or be like, okay, you did that. You can't play games you can't use your TV for the rest of the day. And then they still have computers and
that's pointless.
Games. Yeah. No, you have to have real stuff. Or they'd be like, oh, you're grounded. I'm like, yo, I'm grounded. I was grounded forever. I was never able to go places. I was like, that's not a punishment. You can't go to the mall. I'm not giving you allowance this week. That's not a punishment. You have to do stuff that matters, or be when you take stuff important, taking people's phone away, that's a good punishment. Because without that phone, you're gonna be bored,
bro.
You're gonna be bored, or you be like, yo, you did that. All right, you're gonna do some chores. You're gonna clean up this. You're gonna cut some grass. Stuff like that are good punishments.
That's what I used to do. Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to do whoopings, but do stuff that you have to visually, as a parent, know what works, what punishments are effective. If they get detention at school and you make them cut the grass and they never get attention again, it works. If they fight a kid and then you go to your room, no TV for the rest of the day or whatever, and they get into a fight next week, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and then the parents shh, here's the iPad,
I hate the parents who don't discipline their kids at all, right? And then when they go outside, they're like, I don't know how he's like that. I didn't tell him to act like that. I'm like, yo, you're the only person who raised him. Who else's fault is it? It's only your fault.
Bro, about that, there's, what I don't like? People or parents that beat their kids in public versus people that beat their kids at home. Not beating them up, but you know what I mean?
Give them a spanking.
A spanking in public. I feel that's so off-putting, or nobody wants to see a woman just spanking her kid in public.
But on the reverse side, would you rather see the parents who always super cater to the kid in public?
No, I don't want to say that either.
Oh, I'm not buying you candy. They're crying and then they're like, okay, here's the candy. Please be quiet. The ones who every time they cry, the parents just they want to keep up appearances.
So you're telling me so what's worse, a kid crying in public or a kid being smacked in public? I say a kid crying in public. That shit's fucking annoying.
I'd rather have them cry or get you know what I mean, a little boop. Instead of them just being catered to crazily. Where they're like, okay, if you stop crying, I'll get you this candy or I'll get you this. That's how they're gonna keep doing that. If every time they cry in public they get what they want, That's foolproof. Like, keep doing it. Like, kids aren't dumb. Like, they see stuff that you do. But if they're crying and you're still like, yo, I don't care. Like, you're not getting it. Like,
then you should not be a parent.
They're gonna stop crying. Like, so it's you have to realize what works.
What works, what doesn't work.
Yeah. Like me, when I have kids, like I'm not trying to hit my kids, you know. I'm going to use every other available option. But you know, if I get down to it, you know,
it's gonna happen regardless.
I might have to put the paws on them.
Yeah, Arthur's got to put the boxing gloves on.
Might have to put the paws on him. I'll give him a chance, man. He could use 8-ounce gloves. I'll use 12-ounce gloves, you know?
12? I'd put like 24 maybe. Depending on the age.
No, I use the Bop It gloves. Oh. Like big-ass Bop It gloves. I be dogging his shit. Boom!
He's like, Dad, stop.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'd say use other options, but if you really have to, you might have to.
You might as well, yeah.
Because if they get arrested and stuff like that, you think they're not fighting people? They fight people.
They're fighting people, yeah.
So, let them know that you... I got the hands too.
Bro, if that ever happened to my kid, bro, like I'm literally straight smacking him like across his face, and I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck you doing, bro?
Like, they gotta learn stuff like that. Some kids, they have to get a serious punishment for them to know not to do stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's an effective method for parents to whoop their kid into...
You gotta experiment and find what punishments you know work, and then use those.
I hate it when people are like, oh no, that kind of punishment's gonna traumatize my kid when he's older and he's gonna develop problems and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Listen, my parents fucking whooped my ass, but like here I am, I'm doing fine right now. So
a little bit of sadness and depression,
like a little bit of sadness and depression, but you know, it's
that might not be their fault.
Yeah, it's not their fault. It might be my fault because you know, lonely child, like you just think about stuff in your head constantly. But anyways,
but yeah, that's the thing, bro. Find out but yeah, don't cater to your kids. Do that even.
Don't cater to my kids.
Yeah.
Just cater to myself and my needs.
Yeah, but like, don't give in. Be strong.
Like, stand on my own 2 feet strong.
Statue strong. Army strong.
The few, the proud, Marines.
Right. So yeah, I guess that's it for that one.
Yeah.
Went deep into that.
Yeah. We're going to cover other topics on the next podcast. So make sure you guys stay tuned for it. Podcast is going to come out next Tuesday at 4 p.m. So keep yourself posted.
Set that watch.
Set
your phone.
Set your phone.
Set your alarm clock.
Set everything up.
Set your TV up. You could do that too.
Set Siri up. Like,
set your oven up.
set Alexa up because like she probably knows.
Set those old cooking timers up.
Oh, like the ones that shake. Yeah, it's like
the ones that shake and fall off the table.
It's like and it like just falls off the table. Yeah.
Set them all up.
By the way, make sure you follow Arthur's reaction channel, Arty, QME.
I actually started making videos. You know, every day.
Every day, yeah, he's posting every day. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna have this podcast out on all social media platforms. So make sure you guys stay tuned. This has been your co-host Mo.
Arty.
Quit making excuses.
Get on your grind.
We
Cut
out.
it, wrap it, print it.
All of it.
That's all right.
Do you all read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broke and poor.
You know, right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, you know,